Heroes and Legends presents The Age of Medonia. The Gardine were now a puppet power for Medonia in order to keep King Fawn and the Bahara in check. The leader of the Gardine was none other than IB, and Souza, his deputy. IB and Souza were once officers of the then late Gilucayan, who had fell by the hands of Mankan and Shern. And also in the Gardines was Sheraton, a foreign officer of the Dimensional Forces, in particular to Lady Hilton. Shern had lost everything, the Milky Way galaxy which he once thought was home, and the dimensions as well. He was forced back to go to his original home galaxy as pre-ordered by the Medonian Empire. Sheldon reluctantly joined the Gardines, since he wanted to continue to fight. However, he saw the Bahara was just as an enemy personally to him as the Medonians. He did not like working for Medonia, but IB assured him that Cardim would not exist today if it wasn't for the Medonians, so he should be grateful. But what happened in the past was the past, and empires come and go, but it's up to the individual to decide whether he wants to dwell in the past or move forward into the future. Suna also shared the same sentiments and offered her assistance, but Sheraton was very distant and reluctant. He joined them. At the same time, Angelo had arrived in few Bygone troops. IB and Suna did not know Angelo at all, but Sheraton was suspicious from him from the jump. However, Angelo offered his assistance to them, and they said, yes, we need all the help we could get to rebuild Cardine from planet to planet within our galaxy. And so the four of them now work together, but Sheraton had a deep feeling within him that Angelo was up to no good, but he couldn't pinpoint why. A few months later, the war in the dimensions, the Medonian Empire versus their enemies, had officially now begun. In it was the forces of the Bashor Medonia, led by Pinya, who wanted to eagerly fight to destroy the Kazachu, which was being led at the time by Boruki, the Tigran, and his forces. Viagra urged him to wait, as this was the valley path area that once led to the capital of Inishu. Viagra urged him to wait so he could show reinforcements by King, who was now the de facto leader of the Kichuru, one of the last Bashar Kichuru officers that remained, and was made leader of Kichuru by the Medoran Empire. But Prinya was not having none of it. Now that the age of warriors was over, after the death of Nadohari, Prinya wanted to prove himself as the strongest warrior in the universe, and he wanted to single-handedly destroy the Kosachu, along with the top generals, would be the first one. However, Prinya did not listen to Viagra's advice and advanced anyway. However, Buki was waiting and luring Prinya into a trap. Suddenly, the main Kosachu force, led by Penny herself and the Council of Six and their forces, had arrived. Prinya was stunned. What? The enemy? And then Penny was like, this is the best the Medonian Empire could do. Fools. You fall so easily for my trap. Now it's time we kill the Bashar. Only one Bashar shall remain, and that is the Bashar that King Vaughn rules. All forces go. Suddenly, the Empire was now surrounded by enemies, and escape seemed virtually impossible. Viagra and others were very stunned by this. and Lurker, who was very lazy, could not stand that now he had to be overworked just to stay alive. Then suddenly, King and a few Kichuru troops had arrived to assist them. However, as Premier said, yes, we will get a counterattack. Just kill Penny now and end this war quickly. But King noticed that the odds were still against them, even with the Kichuru there. So King went to secure an escape route, and the forces of the Bashor Medonians withdraw. Penny laughed in victory, as the Medonians were now overconfident, too overconfident, and that will lead to their eventual downfall. In response to this, Lady Carla Medonia chastised Premier for his failures and instructed that the inverse forces, the leader of the Bathrin, will lead, and that Vigra, the Bashor strategist, will accompany them, and Premier will return back to his post in the Medonia galaxy. Premier was shocked but not surprised of his failure, and returned back to civil duty for a short time. Vigar was happy, but he led his assistants to Inverse and the Bathran. Now they would take over in the front lines of the war. As the war continued, this time Inverse was the leader of the Medonian attack against the Gozachu in the dimensions. There, Mealy Neville was fighting against the Medonians, and then Big G and Petit Del were now part of the Bathran, now leader of the Del clan, surrounded her. They did not mince words, but they did blades to the talking. Big G trying to slam the ground down and crack the ground beneath Mealy, but she jumped high and dodged it. I went to blast him with lasers, but he dodged it. And then Petit Del was going to catch her when she landed, but she did a backflip and attacked him and pushed him aside. The former allies were now enemies, fighting on two different sides. As the war of dimensions continued on, as the Gozachu forces and the Bathran forces were fighting, suddenly the Cartharan army had appeared. Invis was shocked. He never saw Cartharan like this. The only Cartharan he saw was the snake-like beings. Gino, who wanted to ensure her men were protected, was trying to alert Crest, but these Cartharan were not just ordinary, but they were very strong, and that the Penny was paying them for fools. Then suddenly, one of the council members had arrived, but Penny had instructed him to ensure that Mealy Neville did not have sympathies for the former allies, the Dell brothers, and convinced her that they did nothing to save the Yuri Empire. They did not put up a fight. She lost her loved ones, her friends, and her lover, who did fight. The Dell clan just retreated without lifting a finger. They are traitors. And so you, according to Penny, was telling Mealy Neville, you must fight for us, for we are your family, and they are traitors, your enemies. You must kill them. Mealy Neville was now determined more than ever to avenge her fallen allies and the dimensions. Pretty Del and Big G Del were the enemy, and she was more determined than ever to kill them both. The Del brothers, seeing that Mealy Neville could not be persuaded, decided to fight back, but the arrival of the Cartharan reinforcements caused even Crest to tell his lord Inverse, but now was the time to withdraw. Dal was almost killed, but was saved by Vergara, and so the Bathran forces had to withdraw from the plains of Eleanor in the dimensions, and retreated without a dent. Twice now the Medonian Empire had to retreat before the might of the Gozachu. Was this a sign of bad things to come, or was this just a minor setback before the major victory of the Medonians?